That's an interesting elevator. Where's Dyreen?
Dyreen here. Something's not right.
Of course.
Cerberus is still on my station. Of course something's not right.
Not what I was talking about. I'm checking this out. Going radio silent.
What the hell is she doing?
Trying to sneak into the afterlife, I think. In the end, she will... Oh. Get herself killed.
Where's Dyreen?
Scouting ahead. We've got our hands full holding this area.
Sweet.
She's going on to Afterlife.
Don't run, please.
That's it. Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Isn't that supposed to be a safety bubble? Of course she's running forward. Alright, let's just let her have some fun for now. Nothing on the civilians. Can I save? No, of course not. Right. Hey, look at this. Credits. Sweetie, sweetie patootie. Anything else? No, of course not. She's dead, yeah. Not cool. The whole saving them kind of thing just went sideways a little.
Kill you all!
Uh-huh.
Petrovsky dies. Now.
I mean, we could just wait a little bit. There's no need to rush. Alrighty, let's not forget anything. Bullets, bullets, and even more bullets. Right. Oh, look at this, a glass. The only thing that's still intact around here. So, Aria. It's kind of annoying that Dyreen got killed, but I don't think she actually got killed. Maybe she just vanished. Hopefully.
Dyreen Kandros was a good soldier. It's a shame she had to die for your petty ambitions.
You're a dead man.
No, wait! What now, Petrovsky?
Divide and conquer, Commander. Kandros killed the adjutants we hadn't finished experimenting on. These are fully under our control. The prototypes for our future army.
Ooh.
Keep Shepard away from those generators.
Wait a minute. There is someone firing at me. That's not cool. Oh, come on. Maybe I should use the gun every now and then as well. Oh, crap. This is so not cool. Like, I want to run. I want to use all the buttons, but because it's a crouch, a cover shooter with annoying crouch mechanics, in a situation like this, you're absolutely screwed. Okay, I'm I'm going to focus on this one adjutant over here. Once this one is... Oh no. Once this one is done for, we should be killing. Should be good. Why is that thing not charging up? Really too many around here. Yes, we got it. Alright. So, there are 3... Okay, I can go down there. That's good. Right down the middle, right down the middle. Right down the middle, all the way to the other side. Okay. So, let's get over here. Oh, no. Okay. Get that thingy. Let's focus on this. Come on. Okay. Get the shielding. Okay, and the last override. All the way over there. Oh, no. Alright. Oh, wait. What's happening? Why is my shield not working? Okay, set this works. Please work. Okay, secure the area. I think I got it. Took a little while. Okay, we got the adjutant. There's one on the right side. And there's more. And there's another one. Okay. Need to get the explosion right. Yeah. Be careful or I'm gonna get killed myself. Wonderful. I wanted to say easy, but it's actually the game itself doesn't allow you to be good. It's just how it is. Wait, we have a generator? Really? They can do a barrel roll too. Shoot. Okay, come on, do it. Okay, so we got another adjutant done. Perfect. Really? No. I just pressed the wrong button. Happens. I need where's that infiltrator? Over there. Perfect. Oh, look at this. I can learn Lash. That's sweet. That took forever. Alrighty. And now everything is like silent. No music, no nothing. I think we broke it. Where do we go? To Petrovsky. But before we get to him, we're going to look around. Because of items. Wow, this was really difficult. Okay, so how did I actually finish that? Because I wasn't fighting all the enemies all the time. I took down some enemies every now and then, if they were in the way. And I was mainly running from... Yeah, you have to activate this one pilot over there. Then destroy this thing and position yourself at the next one already. And then deactivate the second pilot over there. Or the override, do the second override. And then just go down here and attack it and move to the next one already. So you basically have to be on the move towards the next override location all the time. And if you do that, you're always like one step ahead. So you don't just go to the override, defeat the thing, and go to the next one. You go to the override, go to the next one, and in the meantime shoot at the pylon over there. Or the generator, whatever it's called. And if you do that, you're always one step ahead with the adjutants. Because the adjutants are extremely annoying. And yeah, every now and then just try to defeat one of them or two, whatever, if they're in the way. But the main problem may not be the adjutants, because you can just run away from them and they're always like behind you. The main problem is everyone else just being all over the place, somewhere in the center, and just dropping and shooting you in the back if you run around. So every additional Cerberus personnel, basically. These are the most annoying ones, and yeah, you have to be aware of those. That's just it. And then there are also those invisible ones, right? The ones with the shielding on them. The snipers, or whatever they're called. These are annoying. Okay. Let's get Petrovsky.
Cease and desist all aggression. It's over. Commander Shepard, I surrender myself into your custody.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Shepard, I'm unarmed, and I can give the Alliance intel on the elusive man.
You'll say anything to save your skin.
But I let you escape, Omega. I deserve mercy.
Is this true, Aria?
Yes. Cerberus had successfully taken the station and he let me go. Do you feel that, Oleg? That's death. Only inches away. Remember this feeling. I'm letting you live. For my partner and for the war against your master. You better cooperate. Take him, Shepard. You and your alliance can decide his fate. Just get this filth off my station.
Commander, glad to see you've had a calming effect on Ms. Talok. I tried talking sense into her one time. I look forward to hearing how you pulled it off.
Don't assume you know where this is going.
What? From what I understand, high-ranking Alliance POWs lead fairly comfortable lives. Who knows? You and I may even become friends.
That's not happening. Bray, get him out of here.
I've been waiting to kill that man for months. Walk around with you for a few hours and I go all soft. You're like a disease.
This victory came at a cost, Aria. It's not soft to recognize that.
You sound like someone trying to sell something. I admire your tenacity. And thanks to you, I have Omega back.
What now?
So what's your plan?
There's a lot to rebuild. Starting with this command center. It may take some time to remove the general stink from my throne. Wonder if I'll ever really enjoy the pole dancing in here again.
Just give it a little bit and everything will be good again. Like new. And because most of the civilians are alive, maybe they treat Aria even more respectful now. Because now they have seen her good side.
The citizens of Omega have been through a lot, Aria. Try to remember that.
How can I forget? There are reminders everywhere I look. And don't worry. I'll honor our arrangement. Troops, ships, and a mountain of Eezo. You earned it.
Then I'll be going.
Bray will take you back. I have a station to whip into shape. Citizens of Omega, hear me. I,
Aria Talok, have given you back your lives.
My rule is reignited. My hand is on the controls once more, and I will not let go again.
Each of you owes a debt. Gain my favor by rounding up the remaining
Cerberus invaders and and we will cast them from our home. Then bury and mourn our dead.
My methods haven't always been popular, and I can't promise that will change.
But securing this station and everyone inside it is now my primary purpose. No one will imprison us again.
We may be bruised. We may be bloodied.
Our Omega.
You always get these crap details, Bray?
Not this time. You got a galaxy to save. Let's get you off this rock.
What's Dyreen? She has to be. I mean, she has a bubble ability, right? That bubble ability probably gets her safe. And I need to change my civilian outfit again. Maybe I have some civilian outfits. Let's see. Trainer?
Commander?
Nothing. Okay. Please tell me there's positive intel on Dyreen. A Memento. Okay, from Aria Tilok. Subject, A Memento. Shepard, I had Petrovsky's chessboard sent to the Normandy. It just doesn't go with the new decor I have planned for Afterlife. Aria. Oh, thank you. Chessboard was actually quite interesting. It's an interesting mix between like high technology, not elusive technology, hologram technology and like old, wooden rooks and whatnot. Interesting mix. It's not a metal piece, it's a wooden piece. And you would not actually think of some chessboard like that. Maybe both of them holograms, or one of them metal, one of them hologram, or whatever, or maybe like actually pieces that are all the same, but then with hologram technology, or like with little icons on top of them, and then with holograms, then those pieces become something that you can actually move around and can distinguish. So each piece is a block, but the hologram is like shaped around it, and then it turns it into a maybe even moving piece that does everything on its own. That would be quite interesting. So, Joker.
Commander?
Nothing. Really?
Auxiliary power units are depleted to 82.04% capacity. This should be corrected.
Yeah, I'll get it before we go in atmosphere again.
I will run a diagnostic on it.
Edie, we've got 5 of them.
According to the diagnostic, we now have 4. Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard.
Commander?
Right. As long as those two are up and running and good enough. Wait, I could actually check on the war room, and I have to check also on the upgrade terminal and all of this stuff.
You hear we had to evac another colony? We're losing a lot. Don't hear about the Reapers losing much.
Well, Reapers don't have colonies. Neither does Cerberus. If they did, we could drop an asteroid on them.
Mm-hmm. And we just have asteroid dropping technology on hand, or what? I mean, we do have a lot of Eezo. Maybe we can make something happen. But the good thing about the whole stuff is that Aria now has Omega and also some people that she can be a queen of, right? Because if all of them are dead, it would be a very, very lonely planet. Well, maybe not lonely, but fairly empty. So, let's see. Victus?
Yes, Commander?
Nothing. Alright.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
So, let's just look at our war thingies. We got some aliens in here. Look at that. Almost reached the minimum. The Terminus fleet. The Terminus fleet is an assortment of mercenary vessels and pirate ships bound together by little more than common geography and a fear of the Reapers. Despite this volatile mix, the fleet seems to be functioning as one under the leadership of criminal warlord Aria Tilok. Update. The Bloodpack's mercenaries have been compared to floods, wildfires, and other calamities. It recruits Krogan and Vorcha preferably, those with no regard for collateral damage. On the rare occasion when brute force is insufficient, the Bloodpack is willing to deploy a weapon of mass destruction, normally banned in Citadel space. This private security group is... That's Blue Suns there. This private security group is careful to maintain its image as a professional mercenary force. In reality, the Blue Suns have drifted further and further into becoming a full-blown crime syndicate. Despite this, their ruthless tactics are sought after in the Terminus systems. And the Eclipse Corporation specializes in smart security solutions, developing tactics around surgical strikes, sabotage, and electronic warfare. These mercenaries are supported by a sizable army of combat mechs and rely heavily on tech for support in combat. Righty. That's O. And more Omega, some Eezo Hoard. That's good. Oh, look at all this stuff. As promised, Aria has started transporting her Eezo supplies to the Alliance. Though the initial delivery was somewhat hampered by Alliance Security's unease in dealing with a group that most think of as space pirates, the transfer of resources is now ongoing. To facilitate the process, a new freight company flying under the Omega flag has been founded. The Omega Coalition of Cargo Transporters is a ragtag group that has nonetheless proven to be unerringly successful in both the swiftness of their deliveries and the security of its cargo. And the raiding fleet, though comprised of a disparate range of ships, the Omega Rum fleet has proven itself to the Alliance in every war that counts. Their first engagement occurred during orientation when the Alliance ships they were meeting were overwhelmed by a Reaper attack. Rum was told to avoid the rendezvous point, but they instead followed Fusion, their flagship, straight into combat to save the doomed ships. The Alliance ships were saved, and Rum recklessly led the cheerfully ruthless Captain Jarrell has since been detailed to the most troubled Reaper fronts, and each time has helped turn the tide. Rum landing parties also have a sterling, if somewhat bloodthirsty, reputation, particularly when up against Cerberus Phantoms. And the General Oleg Petrovsky. He's working for us now? Oh, so. Anyway, General Oleg Petrovsky is now in Alliance custody and is being interrogated at an undisclosed location. Due to the nature of his work on Omega, the interrogation and debriefing team is being led by both military and science experts to ensure the veracity of Petrovsky's information. The location of an important Cerberus laboratory has already been provided by the prisoner and has since been destroyed. Alliance officials believe Petrovsky can still provide substantial critical information on Cerberus activities and are likely to approve the asylum procedures that have been started by the Alliance legal aid assigned to Petrovsky's case. And some Alliance stuff, probably from a different mission. Rogue fighter pilots. When humanity began to expand its borders, experienced pilots were needed to establish colonies in the uncharted reaches of space. Some Alliance personnel heeded the call, and these luckless men and women have since been driven out of their colonies by the invading Reapers. After speaking with Lieutenant Steve Cortez, a few of these highly skilled fighter pilots agreed to fly against the enemies who destroyed their homes. Oh, Cortez. You're gonna get all of the pilots for us. That's quite nice. Alrighty. So, and this is some of the crew that we got. Maybe I can get at least like 1 or 2 Codex entries in here as well. And at one point, I will have read through the whole thing.
Commander Shepard.
The second time. And the third. Actually, I've read through the Codex multiple times right now. It's really weird. Anyway, let's just check on the crew deck here. Yeah, why not? So, life support doesn't have anything for us, right? Port cargo was just a little bit of lunch or whatnot. Men's room, yeah. The thing is, you cannot go to the women's restroom. That's really weird. In the previous installments, you actually could go both ways. Only thing you got was like a funny note from Edie. Yeah, okay, Shepard. You sure you want to get there? Something like that. But no, they actually locked it. That's not nice. So, let's see. What if someone needs to claim that? What if someone has diarrhea?
Thank you for the data packet. The results are available on the Information Network terminal.
Right. There are still upgrades. That's the thing. Advanced biotic implants. Wait a minute. No upgrades. And this thing. Power. Damage plus 5. Recharge speed plus 5. The thing is, we don't know what to do. Armor mod kit. Another choice. Ammo or shield. Actually, ammo is not something that we need. Shield bonuses are much better, I think. Remains of Reaper Destroyer. What about this one? Power cooldown again. And store discount bonuses all over the place. It's just 5%. But if you have 5% general store discount and the 10% increase on store price on the normandy, you can maybe even balance it out. But yeah, having more recharge speed and add it all up might be pretty good. This one is weapon damage or ammo capacity. Is ammo capacity really an issue in this game? There's... Oh, look at this, 300,000. That's an awful lot of stuff. Anyway, I should get cooldown. Cooldown and shielding. Cooldown, shielding, and maybe even damage. So the active effects are the most important bits. And then we have more broker terminals in here. Interesting. Prothean nodes 2186. Entry number 3. Wait, there's entry number 1? What's this one? The things this Prothean must have seen. If they had the technology to preserve someone for over 50,000 years, no wonder they were capable of building things like the device on Mars. I must give him time to get his bearings, but goddess, when will we get another chance to learn so much about their civilization? I'm not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were traveling to a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failure. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our culture? If what Javik says is true, his people were imperialists who left the rest of the galaxy quaking in terror, and to think he would sacrifice all of us without a thought of it could bring them all back again. I reviewed my old notes today. They're so childish. Did we romanticize the Protheans because we were dazzled by the technology they left behind? Are these really the people I dedicated my life to studying? I mean, this is actually a very interesting view on the nature, because this is basically how older civilizations also turned out. Like, they all used an awful lot of slave labor in order to make their lives easier. And the only reason why nowadays, like, we think of our lives as being easy, at least in the West, is because someone else is doing the work for us, and maybe if not people, then machines. And in this case, machines take over the work of the slave, right? And this is the thing that actually makes the life for everyone easier. The better the machines, the better for everyone. It's just that most machines need power, and you have to figure out a way to power those things again. Previously it was water, then it was oil, now it is something else. Maybe nuclear or whatnot. But anyway, so Alliance Interrogation Record, Cerberus Operative. Alliance Interrogator 1. Check out these implants. She's got jammed into her face. Alliance Interrogator. Shh. She's awake. Cerberus Operative. Unintelligible. Hello? Do you know where you are? You know how much goddamn trouble you're in. Hey, ease up. Listen, you're in trouble. I'm not going to lie, but that doesn't mean we can't work something out. If you help us, we can... You're okay? But holy hell, she's dead. What? The whole front of her face is gone. Some kind of ocular flashbang. Well, shit. Is everyone in Cerberus rigged up like that? Rigged up. Okay, so everyone has a... it's like in the Suicide Squad, where they have these explosives implanted in the back of their head, and if they do something that they don't like, it just goes poof. It's really bad. Anyway, call between Kasumi Goto and Professor as Olausen. Kasumi, hi Professor. You know that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comm server you were talking about the other day? Do you have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But the server's locked in a Cerberus facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the crucible. Thank you, Miss Goto. Kasumi, you're the brilliant astrophysicist, Professor. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around in the open. Okay, so she just picks up all the credits that are... We do the same, basically. Picking up every little bit of credits that we have. Look, all of those screens just pointing at us. Pretty funny.
Hello again.
And no reaction of Liara. Alright. So, let's just check on everyone on the crew while we're at it. And then we can continue towards our next mission.
How's it going?
Actually pretty well, I believe.
How's it going?
I can't use anything around here. Did I actually check on that? Yeah, there's nothing down here. Kind of interesting that the gun is just inches away from us. And then there's empty space. Well, yeah, empty. It's interesting that we always talk about spaces being empty.
I'm glad to see we have Garrus back. I wanted to help with his scars, but I think he actually likes them.
Gives him character. And scares the enemy.
Take care, Commander.
Yes, will. So, we assign power bonuses, yes. Not really the power bonuses. What's this one? Reassign powers. Yeah. The power bonus is just a reskill, but we don't need reskilling. I think I have no more points. Really close to getting the next level up, but it will not be enough for the cryoblast max died. But look at that. We're not even through the whole game, and we are pretty much maxing out everything. So, what powers do we have? Reset Shepard's powers? Reset Edie's powers? No. Wait a minute. That's not it. The reassign power bonuses? Maybe they should switch the names around. Reassign powers. And power bonuses. Bonus powers, maybe. But actually the wording is pretty much the same. But yeah. Anyway, what do we got? Fortification. Reinforce armor using protective for cold currents. Purge the current and send its charge to your gauntlets for increased melee damage. Slow down power use. I don't want slower powers. Armor piercing ammo, that's good, but I don't really use that. It's an interesting ability though. Bring down heavy armor units. Shoot through light cover to hit enemies. That's actually quite nice, but no. Slam. Deal massive damage with a biotic body slam. That is good. Then we got Dominate. Disrupt the synaptic harmonics of an organic brain, so it can't differentiate between friend and foe. A single affected target will fight on your side for a short time. Targets grow resistant to the powers over time, so you can't just spam it multiple times. What's Flare? Focus and expand all biotic energy to unleash a huge flare that throws enemies within its range, causing massive damage. I think Flare and Lash... Yeah, these are the two powers that are used on Aria. Latch onto enemies with a biotic lash to rip them off their feet, dealing moderate damage. Okay, so Lash is the alternative to Pull, basically. This is a cool thing. But Flare does just so much more damage. Maybe I should take this one. And then I have to level this up as a... Yeah, and then... The thing is... the powers themselves do take the same role. Like I have warp abilities, I have this flare and lash and whatnot. Like lash would be better because sometimes you're fighting enemies with shielding on them, and it would be better to just throw them off their feet or whatnot. Righty. Where do we go next? Engineering. No. We're gonna get the starboard thing.
Cerberus stealthily strikes star system shield. No, glad I read that one out loud. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Nope.
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Right. So she probably tells us when she has some important mission for us to do. Let's see. Alright, Javik. Did we ever talk to him? Something's weird. Maybe he just doesn't want to talk. Who knows?
So, Gabby, have you seen Edie's new body?
Oh, I knew this was coming.
I just mean, it's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, there's just so much padding.
Ugh, I knew it.
Wish I were a wall.
You pretty much are, Kenneth.
Since when are those two on the board?
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Again?
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report.
Commander.
The best ones.
Need anything, Commander?
How's Engineer Donnelly working out?
The kid's got talent. Now if he could just learn to shut his damn mouth.
Problems?
I'm sorry, Commander. Donnelly is dedicated, knowledgeable, and thinks on his feet. I'm glad to have him on my team. Could use a lesson or two about respecting chain of command, but I've handled the likes of him before. No need for concern.
Actually, his approach just... yeah. Breaks up the routine a little bit. It's a nice, humoring kind of fella. And that's what we want, right? Now what about Gabby?
How's Engineer Daniels working out?
Her, I like. She's sharp and knows propulsion theory better than most physicists I've met. And she's easy to work with, too. Always said you had an eye for talent. Good job bringing her back to the Alliance.
Really? Nothing about her and Donnelly just being a great fit. Anyway.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Nice. So...
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Wonderful. And there's just one teammate that needs this area. It's, Tally. Someone that has to stand on the other side.
I told you Shepard would come visit.
Oh, so sometimes we do trigger everything?
Commander.
I do visit pretty much all the time. Well, pretty much. As often as I can. There's no one else hiding down here, is there? Not yet, at least. A routine inspection. Let's see how many times we can actually trigger Donnelly and Kenneth. He is Kenneth Donnelly. Okay, let's see how far I have to get back out there. That's weird. Okay. Let's back up here. Let me get back in there. Nothing.
Commander.
I think that's triggered. That's weird. Okay, so sometimes you do trigger things. So it was just a reaction of coming down here and saying hi to them. Nothing else. Righty. And then I just check on the shuttle bay.
Shepard, thanks again for being there at the refugee memorial. I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
Is it? So, let's see. Casual wear, yes. Do we have anything good? Nope. Too casual. It's not spacey enough. This is like normal casual. This is like, don't like the pants. They don't quite fit. Anyway, like look at this. These are basically the same pants. But this one is with a hoodie and this is with a space outfit. Let's see. No, it's like random, maybe space pirate or like. Well, I could take this on. To be honest, this is too blue. I don't like the colors of that one. I need another casual outfit. It would be nice to buy another one. Looks like this is the only thing that we got. Alright. Do we have any... Nah, nothing up here. So, chest, shoulders, material, yada yada yada. I need something with like... Power damage would be good. But the health booster is good and the shield boost. I don't know what to choose out of all of those. That's the real thingy. Procurement interface. There we go. Astra, Batarian State, Kanala Exports, Zeta, Casa, Ego Munitions. Oh wait, this is called Remote Citadel Access, 10% markup. But what about other shops? Elko's Combine, Arsenal Supplies? No, this is all Citadel stuff. And I thought we could just unlock shops altogether, even on other planets. That would be sweet. Alright, ultralight, that's number 3. That's the whole armor. I don't care about that, but wait. No. Yeah, and then there are weapons. It says number 1. Do we have a number 2 that gets available afterwards, or how does that work? It's always number 1. I have a slight suspicion that damage should actually be higher. Serta is just completely bored. Let's see. Melee and weapon again. Power reach. There you go. Okay, power damage plus 30%. Could I get like power damage plus 30 somehow? Shotgun. Terminus armor? No. Omniblade. This is weapon upgrades. Wait a minute. Batarian State Arms. Was it ever a Citadel thing? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Omega things, if anything. Alright. Nos Astra. SMG, collector armor there. No. It's a shield regeneration again. Increases power damage by... yeah, this is the thing that I was looking for. The thing is, the increase of power damage by 10%. This is a nice thing that I want. And then I don't think that you can get additional power damage on a different weapon. So then I have to go for the handguns, the normal ones. This just looks so weird. Spectre acquisitions, there you go. Look at this. Look at this. We only have 300,000. I don't know about the stats of this thing. I don't know if it does any more damage or whatever. It would be a real waste of money if we do that. A real big one. So I don't know if it's any good or not. Ah, this is so iffy, so iffy, so iffy. Anyway, ammo, weapon, shield. It's always the same stats. Somewhat. Chakram launcher 2. Wait a minute. We got the normal chakram launcher, but this is the number 2 version. So this one is actually better. If only I could figure out if the numbers are better or not. It uses weapon, low bullets, round accuracy, yada yada yada. We don't care. And Casa Fabrication has like melee. Ah. Power. Recharge speed and damage. 30. 30 and 30 Inferno armor. I'm looking for armor armor parts that I can mix together that that increase the power damage and not a complete armor. Or maybe you can unlock parts of the armor and then you can mix and match it. That could also be a thing. But somehow, I don't know. Feels like it's a complete armor set and you can either activate the whole thing or not. Iffy. Weapon upgrades. There you go. This is the actual thing. So, Chakram Launcher 2, 4000. Wait a minute. So this is the normal upgrade of the weapon that you have. So if you find something, you can upgrade it up here, and it seems to be much cheaper. So Chakram Launcher is 4000. And if you were to buy it through... This is not it. Batarian, probably. No. Where did the thing go? There. 7,700. So this is a way to buy the whole thing, if you want to. But this one up here is much cheaper. So, you don't need to buy the weapons. Just find them. But yeah, I could take that one. I want to know about 2,000 credits. Let's just purchase it. So number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay, now we have all of those things. I just need this one. The weapon bench. What about the... What about the damage? I don't know what actually got improved on this one. Gunsmith, 3 out of 10. Why? 4 out of 10? 5 out of 10? Avenger 2? Yeah, sure. Doesn't really look any different. The thing is, you don't see any numbers on the thing. You only see like a slider or whatever. So you don't know if the thing is actually better or not. Like, this is just flavor text. This is the modifying thing. But it's red. Wait a minute. Did it ever have that kind of color on it? Huh. Kind of feels as if it doesn't actually get any better. Look at that. Okay. Money is still the way it was. Perfect. So if I want to upgrade weapons, I should do it this way. But I also want armor bonuses. Did I ever get any good ones? No, I only got 2. And the bonuses that I get are pretty much meh. It's not what I like.
Hey.
Right. So... What about Doggy? Going around scanning things. Can we play fetch with this thing? No. So what do we have here? That's our normal shuttle. It's another shuttle. What about the hammerhead? That one was cool. Oh, wait a minute. We still got the chessboard in our cabin, right? Let's see. Was this the feeding button? I hope so. Yeah, look at this. It's falling down now. Does it change the behavior of the fish? No. It puts food in it, and that is it. Sometimes the fishes are glitching a little bit. Righty. So what else we got? We got another private terminal with the squad selection. Review squad abilities and change appearance. Why can't I do this in the other thingy? Whoa, that's a lot of different looks. Like this is normal military. This is heavy Terminus stuff. That looks like Cerberus. That's normal. What about her? It's tight, but it looks too human-y for an android. A bit too spacey. I mean, this is still one of the best things. So, what about this one? Interesting. The thing is, the normal one just fits Liara's character maybe a bit better. Her whole personality is pretty open. She doesn't hide anything. So that means no darkish colors or whatever. Like, she's fairly honest, let's say, even with all of the Shadow Broker stuff. And she's not really a mercenary kind of thing, so it shouldn't look like... Is this a metallic hand? Weird. Anyway. This could be the other one. That's actually quite nice, but I don't like the dark outfit of it. That's a bit too dark. But anyway. What about Javi? That's typical Cerberus thing. Okay, so we have a dark version and a bright version. This is like typical Cerberus unity, and this is his specific like reddish Prothean outfit. I'm gonna keep that one. But look at the feet. There's an awful lot of similarity down here. Anyway, what about James? We have... this is again... Rogue James. Standard was on the front lines already kind of James. That's too spacey kind of James. And this is basically the normal one. The thing is, the normal outfits are pretty much the best. Alright. Okay. There it is. The creepy head. Yeah, sure. Now we have that thing in here, and it just follows us around, and it's how do you sleep with this one? Looking at you. There's a chessboard. Why is the chessboard not down here? But it looks cool. Look at that. Really nice idea. But the other pieces should not be made out of wood, but made out of some kind of metal. Or as I said, like just regular blocks that get turned into pieces with hologram technology. Would be sweet. Righty. Okay, so what do we got on the journal? Some biotic stuff, but no, we just did an awful lot of stuff in Omega. And then let's see where I'm gonna land though. Everywhere I could go, I already researched everything I could, so maybe the things that are needed down here I'm gonna find out later. And now I just have to go to the Grissom Academy or whatnot. I think so. Goody. Let's see. The Darkness Breach, Leviathan Secrets. Oh. Yeah, wait a minute. This was one of the previous things. Yeah, why don't we just go with this one? Non-council races, a Leviathan. Yeah, it's not part of the council. Essentially, nothing was known of the aquatic species dubbed the Leviathans before Commander Shepard's report to Task Force Aurora. No record of their species' true name exists. No ruins are attributed to their civilization, and no influence on other races has been recorded. The task force can only conjure based on the limited information provided by Shepard. Their current world is unlikely their home world, so it is surmised that the Leviathans mastered technology in spaceflight despite their immense size and aquatic nature. Their ability to communicate with and mentally dominate land-based sapiens worlds have been a necessary step, and so whatever homeworld the Leviathans hail from would have included a thrall species whose civilization served their purposes. Presumably their bodies can withstand both the extreme pressure of the depths and the lesser pressure of the coastal area, where they might come into contact with these thralls. Transporting a creature the size of the Leviathan into space would have been a significant engineering challenge. It is likely they used Eezo for ease of travel, as the Hanar do, and employed cybernetic filtration to breathe air as well as oxygenated water. It is unknown if the Leviathans have modified themselves with the equivalent of a biotic amplifier, but it seems probable the faster than light communication of their pulses would require precise control previously unknown to modern science. One can only guess at the innovations of this species, and the Leviathans are volunteering no such information. Well, this is really interesting information. And it was a really cool quest with the hammering voice in your head once you talk to them. That's pretty sweet. Goodie, let's end the episode and continue with another quest or mission at another time. Like and subscribe as usual, and ta-ta!